Hey everybody, how we doing? I finally decided to show up here. I told some people that I'd be here at 4. I was on Instagram just a little bit too long, but here we are today. See if anybody wants to stop by. Today I just want to celebrate New Year's with you guys. Happy New Year's. It's been a fantastic year. It's been a good year. A lot of good has happened. We've all put our best foots forward and done a lot of work, and next year's going to be even better. And I have three fragrances that really surprised me this year that I just think are really special in their own way. Just little fragrances that I just wanted to mention overall, and I'm just so happy with them. Um, See if anybody wants to stop in here real quick. Um, I do want to talk about my resolutions. One of my resolution is to make more friends. Of course, I want to grow on YouTube, but I also want to make more genuine friends. In the past, I do care about information on my channel. I do love to share really good information, help the fragrance community learn about fragrances, share what I know. Of course, I'm not the biggest end all be all guru. I still have a lot to learn. I still have a lot of fragrances to smell, but I have a voice and I have something to share, and that's just something I want to do. Of course, is to help everybody learn more about fragrances and to be a little bit more personal. So every weekend, maybe two times a weekend, Saturday maybe and Sunday, I'm gonna be doing a live, so y'all can ask me questions. I want to stay involved with everybody. Say hello to everybody and I don't want anybody to slip through the cracks. I don't want to feel like you can't reach me. I don't want to feel like I'm untouchable or unreachable. I want to be involved with everybody in the fragrance community. So if you ever have a question, if anybody thinks I ever there's a wrongdoing on my part, feel free to reach out to me. Send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I have a great Facebook group, Centaur Fragrance Family on Facebook, and you can jump in there. It's really a no drama place, and we're all friends, and we all share our sense of the day. I ask questions or announce live sometimes there. So that's a really good opportunity. And you can jump on my Instagram too, Centaur_fragrance, and connect with me there. I share a lot of giveaways, a lot of great fragrance content. I love the environment there. There's some really good people there. And I'll say it again, Mr. Cologne 76 is really killing the game. He's a great guy. He's doing a great job. Please check out his Instagram as well. Mr. Cologne 76 is one of the great guys in the fragrance community, in the fragrance world. And I don't think he's given enough praise, enough love, enough kudos. So kudos to you, Mr. Cologne 76. You've had a great year. You've done a lot of great things, and you're a huge part of the fragrance community. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I don't care if people aren't supporting you like they should. Mr. Cologne 76, you're doing a good thing over there, in the fragrance world. So uh, that's one of my big resolutions this year. I don't see anybody else in my chat. I don't know what's going on. Maybe somebody else is doing a live right now, taking up all the attention, all the spotlight. Maybe I just have to make it a quick live tonight. Anyways, I'll probably do another one of these tomorrow because everybody has different New Year's. I'm gonna do a big shout out video. Again, I want to grow and I want to do my own thing, and it might be counterproductive on my channel. I might honestly be giving away a little bit of my audience, but I don't care. I'm gonna build up the fragrance community. I'm gonna give everybody support and everybody love, and I certainly hope that it comes back to me. So I think tomorrow I'm gonna drop and work on that big shout out video that I've been working on. I think this will be my fifth, or maybe it'll be my sixth. I think it's the fifth one though. I've done a lot of these. Again, my channel isn't the biggest. Those videos aren't the most viewed, even on my small channel. But I still think they do a lot of good. And if you do watch that video, my big shout out video, it would really help me out and all these all these new content creators, all these new fragrance people. If you'd share the video, I think sharing the video is maybe one of the most helpful things you could do to share some love and maybe start out the year right with a big boom and with a cheer and a oh hurrah. I don't know. Anyways, do y'all want to hear about my? I don't. Nobody's even stopping by. Uh, anyways, I have three fragrances to share with y'all today. I have the first one I really do want to share is one of the ones that's always been a good fragrance in my collection. One that has gotten a little bit of hype and a little bit of love in the past, but not anybody's really talking about it anymore. This is Moschino Umo. Moschino Umo. Great fragrance. Very clean, almost neroli like, very crisp. Kind of like a white shirt fragrance. It's a little bit powdery, honestly. Very clean, very professional. Can certainly be worn to the office with a white shirt. Situations that require a little bit more class. I feel like this is kind of an underrepresented fragrance, or a fragrance that's not loved enough. Not only for how good it smells, it really does stand up to the likes of Prada El Homme. It stands up and puts up a good fight to Dior, Dior Homme O. Those really clean, classy, professional scents. This one, I don't think it's outdated. I still think it's a kind of a classic smell. I don't think it smells vintage at all. That's just my feelings, though. It doesn't smell vintage in any way, really, to me. And if you want a clean, upscale fragrance, a fantastic fragrance, not it's a great value. That's one of the great things I'll mention in a second. But it just does all kinds of things right. There's not a lot of fragrances that exactly smell like it. Um, anyways, great fragrance. Moschino Umo. Fantastic juice. Fantastic fragrance. It'll give you about 6 hours or so performance. Some people a little bit less, some people a little bit more. But the best thing about this fragrance is that it's about a $20 or $25 fragrance. It's a 4.2 ounce. It's a whole extra ounce of juice. Um, Again, smells upscale and classy. And this one and the Lalique Pour Homme for the money are some of the best values in the fragrance game for the money, hands down. If you want to save money, if you want to smell great for 20 bucks or so, save some money. I guess you would say cheapy. This stuff doesn't smell like a cheapie. It doesn't smell low quality. You don't get a hit of alcohol really at all. It's just a good juice, a very respectable, high quality juice there. Um, Anyways, I don't see anybody stopping by. I don't know why that is. Anyways, we're gonna jump to the next one. Vodka on the Rocks. This one is by the house of Sensual Obsessions. So yes, this is a clone. Lots of people do not like clones. Lots of people, clones are just not their thing. So why do I mention that this fragrance? Why do I talk about this fragrance? Vodka on the Rocks isn't a particularly a top seller, I think, of Killian's, and not. I don't think just about anybody has talked about Sensual Obsessions Vodka on the Rocks yet. I talk about this fragrance because it's kind of perfect for me. It kind of has a blue vibe, honestly. It has more of a blue, modern vibe than the regular Vodka on the Rocks does. It just has a little bit of more of a universal appeal. But as far as kind of a aquatic fragrance goes, it's not really a aquatic, but it's interesting. It has vodka. It has an interest. It becomes a little bit more of a mineral fragrance. I'm sorry, I just disconnected real quick there. Again, I'm not getting. Nobody's popping in. Maybe everybody's getting ready for those wild parties. Anyways, vodka on the rocks. Great fragrance. If you want a more interesting twist on a aquatic fragrance, it has a mineral quality. A lot of people really don't like mineral qualities. Some like Narciso Rodriguez, with their fragrances that have that interesting concrete aspect to them. This one has interesting mineral quality, almost like Oud Mineral from Tom Ford. I believe probably has very that same note because that note really has a similar vibe. Anyways, vodka on the rocks, a very nice twist on a very wearable, very easygoing fragrance, something I could easily reach for, easily wear just about any situation. And it has a little bit of intrigue, a little bit of twist. You smell different. I have a little bit more of a confident, maybe serious vibe about myself, and it really suits me well. I just went to buy a bunch of like flu meds and things from some of my family because I think it's the flu. Some people have been getting sick, so family, friends, and all that have been getting sick. So I just went in there. I was smelling great. I put on this on a little bit heavy, at least heavy for me, in my opinion. I put it on about 5 or 6 sprays, and boy, was I smelling good. And I drew a lot of really positive attention. And again, a lot of people in my area where I live don't wear fragrances too casually. People wear fragrances for dates, for weddings, for special occasions, for, you know, when they really want to be in public and really want to get some attention. Maybe when they're going to the movies, a fancy restaurant. They just don't wear fragrances too casually out and about. Maybe some of the younger people do, but of course, those are just going to be more average fragrances. So I was really interesting. I put a good foot forward, and I was getting a lot of good attention with Vodka on the Rocks. But it's not a shouter of a fragrance, but it still got noticed. No doubt about it. It really did. Anyways, I don't see anybody stopping by. I don't know why that is. I'm just gonna wrap up this video. Maybe I'll do another live a little bit later in the evening. I don't know why nobody so far stopping by. Anyways, let's talk about none other than Oud Vanille, the fragrance I got for Christmas, and it's just one of my favorite fragrances now. This one is Oud Vanille, again by Montserrat. The oud in this fragrance is not a scary, skanky barnyard oud. This is a little bit more of a medicinal oud, so it's a little bit more universal and fresh. Maybe you could say a more of a musky wood with that medicinal quality that can be a little bit sharp and piercing. But it's not overbearing. It's not hard to wear at all. It actually is more of a dark vanilla fragrance. It does have of course, that a little bit of rose in the background. But overall, this fragrance smells a lot like just a suede fragrance. This fragrance has a little bit more of a very soft leather-like feel to it. So overall, it's a sweet fragrance, a little bit dark, a little bit alluring, a little bit seductive, and it's classy. It does have some complexity to it. Mansara fragrances aren't the most complex. I feel like this one has a little bit more complexity, so it hits a sweet spot for me. It doesn't have a lot of change in the composition. You could still call this a fairly linear scent. Mansara fragrances are, in general, a little bit more of linear scents. They, probably not the most natural of ingredients, but they have great performance. They really pull people in. And of course, if you want to get positive attention, a lot of people do like linear scents. They're more easy to understand. It makes them a little bit more universal. I know a lot of people might not want to hear that. A lot of people are into really complex, hard to wear, hard to understand fragrances. And they might just not want this kind of fragrance anymore. But for me, in my life, in my world, it's a very alluring fragrance. It is a seductive fragrance, and I love the feel of suede and leather. And of course, I do like oud if it's done right. And I have a hard time with vanilla, but if it's kind of in the background beating its drum, vanilla sometimes can do magic. And Oud Vanille, for me, from Mansara, is one of the best, if not the best Mansara that I've come across. Cedroc Boise is probably the most popular, probably the best selling. I'm not sure if Instant Crush has surpassed it in sales, but Cedroc Boise is a great fragrance. It doesn't change very much, and it's not a very complex fragrance. But it's a good one, no doubt. And it has really good performance if you want that Aventus-like vibe. If you're not scared of sweet fragrances, Cedroc Boise is still a great one. But if you want something a little bit more date night appropriate, a little bit more of a bad boy fragrance, get yourself Oud Vanille for the date night. If you're a bit of a rebellious type, definitely get your nose on it. Great fragrance. Check it out. And man, I'm really happy with this fragrance. Uh, I don't know what else to say. It's a great value for money as well. Even though on the discount gray market it's about $80 for a full size bottle for a fragrance that smells and lasts this good for $80. I mean, it's worth every penny. And when I say that's with some fragrances, I don't say that lightly. I really mean it. Anyways, I don't see anybody here. I don't know what's going on, YouTube. Do you not like me anymore? Are you not drawing in my subscribers? Are you not putting my voice out there? I don't know. Maybe everybody's really busy tonight. I might do a similar video. Just jump on in later. Anyways, thank all of you so much for your love and your support this year. Nobody's here, so I don't know if I want to talk about my resolutions. Let me know if you want to hear more about my resolutions, my plans with the channel, my feelings about the channel. Maybe I can make a different video about that. Anyways, I hope y'all are all safe. I hope that you're eating fantastic food. You're warm. You're happy you're with the people that you love and you care about. You know, I try to support and care about everybody. I don't know how I feel about the word positivity. So I feel like it sometimes goes too far, almost with like the law of attraction stuff. But as far as spreading goodwill, caring about people, trying to make the world a better place, I'm all for it. And I certainly try to have that attitude, and I hope that that comes through to you in the best way. So, anyways, my friends, I say goodbye to you. I'll see you. Hope that you have a fantastic New Year's. Happy celebrating, happy parties. Please don't drink and drive. And if you know anybody who might be reckless like that, please tell them to shape up. Sit down, and you might even have to be the chauffeur for the night because, people, this is the time of year, not only where people get more tickets, but there's more collisions, deaths by, drunk drivers. Please don't do that. Please don't drive under the influence. Please don't do anything reckless. And I'll see y'all soon, my friends. Thank y'all so much for all your love, all your support. And y'all are great people out there. I'll see y'all next time. This is the Scented Our Fragrance channel. This is me, Benjamin, doing my best, doing my thing. And I'll see y'all next time, my friends. Have a good one. I'll see ya. And bye. Let's see if I can